Anyways, we're starting now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to D&D. We'll be starting in a moment. I'm just making sure all the links are spread out. Also, if you're new to the chat, I have a new layout. I hope you enjoy the tiny frogs because they are cute. And to those who have seen my Elden Ring playthrough, I hope you enjoy this as you've seen me get my ass handed to me 1,000 times in that game. Soon you'll see me get my ass handed to me in D&D. It'll be a wonderful time for all. Today, we have a few extra people. We have Keone. You can say hi if you're.
What do you mean extra people, bitch? I'm here every week.
Yeah, I know, but you're always extra.
Okay, I was about to fight that, but you're valid.
Yeah, so we have Keone. Y'all know her. She's our resident archfey, soon to be more powerful than everyone knows. Next, we have a returning
Wait, what?
fellow who you might last remember him as his owlbear died to a vampire mind flare. Sleeve, my boy.
Hello.
Next, we have Thorn,
Owlbear.
the mute barbarian, who is our residential historian / note taker. He's the backbone of the party. Without him, Weimar might actually have to take notes.
No.
And next, we have Weimar, the wizard who now has evil claws, which I forgot to give him his, hold on. Oh, wait, I'm doing that on stream, damn. I forgot to give him the thing for it. I'll send that to you right now, but, yeah, that's everybody. So, we start off where we last left off. Everyone splitting the gold. As you watch as the werebear slowly tells everything up. The place is now quiet, as the feast has already been over, but you do hear some movement after all the guests left. Giant steps of two beings, bear and man. As the door opens, Sleeve, you see your friends again. A very, very mad-looking Keone. Thorin, who looks to be dejected at most. And Weimar, his claws now, well, blackened and singed.
What's going on here?
Sleeve, how did you get here? You know what? It's not important. What's more important is right now, Keone is very mad.
Keone is chewing on a human eyeball.
I turned to her. My lady? What's wrong?
Why don't you ask the people that just sold me in a slave auction?
So,
We were doing
what?
it so we could fight the Beholder. You know.
Wait. What? Can someone explain anything here?
There was really only one way to get into the auction house. And, we needed to, you know, the Golden Beholder and all that.
You watch?
What?
You watch as the werebear takes a long drag of his pipe and blows it out, filling the room with a almost fruity smell as he says, "They sold her off for about 2.5 million gold pieces."
No, hang on. What? Let's.
An underpayment, if you ask me.
How?
We were doing it because we would save her.
Selling her is saving her?
Well, how else do you think we were going to... We needed to get into the auction house, okay?
There are better ways to get into places. You didn't have any kind of
considering this is an
contingency plan in
illegal
case a sale went
underground-
through?
They didn't even
Well,
try to
yes,
bid on
we
me.
did. We would just kill the guy who bought her.
The werebear looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and says,
Or, I mean, we wouldn't. I mean, only hypothetically.
Keone's gonna look at the web and go, "Do you have any more of these eyeballs?"
Keone,
You watch as he pulls
Oh.
out and gives you a little red ring and says, "You can go into the kitchen. It's right out there. You can you can ask them for it. For now, I need to make sure all this gold is accounted for."
She's gonna nod. She's gonna take the ring and start heading to where he pointed.
Would anyone
Then
like to follow?
leave Weimar to explain what everyone did to Sleeve.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna talk to the slave guy.
As Keone leaves, you approach this giant polar bear man as he looks at you with dreary eyes, almost as if he's had a long days of work. And you see flanking him on this giant oak desk, two small goblins wearing tuxedos.
Sir, I don't know what happened here. I don't know what these people did, but
Well,
she's not for sale.
He looks at you and says, "They signed the contract and they agreed to sell her. They could have went in just as you have, not selling anything, just as a patron." As
I
you
turn
look-
to Weimar and look at him with a angry look.
you know they literally serve human here, right?
He's good.
Thank you for the
And
follow,
When's the
movie
last time
apprentice.
you just... When's the last time you just walk into a place like that?
If this was the only way to get this done, who cares what happened? Like, why is your first instinct to sell Keone?
Okay, well, at first they
Agreed.
thought we were going to sell her, because at the time she had... we had to tie her up when she tried to kill us.
She tried to wait. Are they talking about when the vampire was there?
No,
or
this is afterwards. You were
Okay.
gone healing your
Okay.
bear.
Context.
What do you? What?
You did hear Sita say that he was gonna kill Keone.
Yes.
He said he
I did?
wasn't going to
Yeah.
kill Keone, didn't he?
He
Yeah,
said
'cause
he
it
was
at the end
ordered
of the
to.
session that you were in.
He said he was ordered to kill Keone, and then you
Oh,
missed
right,
that.
right. And
You-
then
You missed the next session, so you have no idea what happened afterwards. You just know that.
yeah.
You just know that Sita, who is now suspiciously gone, promised to
Alright.
kill Keone.
Wait, hold on.
So,
Clarifying question.
Yeah.
Sita didn't choose to kill Keone, and he broke his contract, right?
No, he broke the
Well, he
contract.
broke his
by
contract by saying what it was.
Uh-huh. He broke the contract by that. He didn't break the contract by not killing Keone, because killing Keone was going to happen if she did something, which you guys will have to remember through your notes.
Yeah, she talked to one of those Grand Mage guys.
Mm-hmm. Now.
But then she
What-
did that thing. Sita found out, but then he, didn't kill her. So that
What
would
do you
be
mean?
violating the contract, right?
No, he told her afterwards. She told her about the thing after he broke the contract.
So, the contract is broken, therefore, in-game Sita doesn't have to kill Keone, right?
No, but Sleeve Sleeve, all he heard was Sita was ordered to kill Keone, and that's all. You know better, so now RP. Roleplay.
Right, that's what
What
I
do
was
you-
going to say.
Okay. What do you mean she tried to kill you? What?
Well, she thought Sita would have to kill her. That doesn't have to happen, but she's still maybe reasonably angry about it.
Wait. Why would Sita have to kill her?
It was a bad deal he was pushed into.
I kind
But
of.
either way, he won't kill her. He won't. She does want to kill him, though. Just a little bit.
I kind of like loosen my body a little bit. I'm less tense. So it was a pact?
In some aspect, yes.
Huh.
As of now, he is working for Keone's father.
Doing
Or wait,
what?
I know that, right? As he wasn't sworn into secrecy there.
He wasn't sworn into secrecy, but he did tell you very lax about it. He just said his orders was to protect and nothing else.
Right. So what I will say is, now it's more so his job to protect Keone.
I see.
Are you two done arguing?
So his protecting Keone is selling her into slavery.
Well,
That
we
makes a lot of sense.
didn't have much of an option at the time.
If I may,
As he stated. Sorry, what?
if I may interrupt, I'd hate to keep my other guests waiting, as we have other visitors. Those who asked for you, strangely enough. Oh, but in secrecy, away from Keone, as you call her.
Keone, as we call her.
Okay. You watch as he snaps his fingers, and you watch as 3 people enter into the room from the stairs. A tall goblin-like man, who's wearing dark robes that cover his whole body except for his face, where he has long ears and a long snout and a shaven head, except for a little bit of scruff on the top. You see a pale-looking human man, except for his pointed ears and brownish hair that looks a bit bored at the moment, and a darker-skinned elf lady with dark skin with paler dots around her arms, completely black eyes, and hair that looks like a puff of clouds. They wish to speak to you in
Is
private.
that the bomb? Is that the bomb? Oh my god, yay!
And before
Well,
you talk,
What did she say?
it's
Obama?
a reference, but
It's a reference to a book I've read. It's not a literal physical bomb, that's just the name of the character in the book.
yes. And
Oh.
speaking of which, Keone, as you enter into the kitchen, you see many little goblins running around, each of which are freshly cooking meats of all variety, man, myrrh, and in between. And in the middle, as the head chef, you see a very portly goblin man, half goblin, in fact. His skin is almost a very pale shade of green. His eyes are completely blue. His hair looks almost like courses of rough root that sprout out of his head and go up as if he was shocked by electricity. And he's currently watching over all the goblins as they try their hardest not to fuck up in front of him.
Mood.
You
She
turn-
is gonna walk up to the head chef.
You do so, and he looks down upon you. He looks to be almost the exact same height as he says, "Huh. You're the rare one that everyone has talked about. Very interesting, very interesting. Welcome to my kitchen."
I've been talked about.
Of course. Not everyone gains the respect of the keeper, let alone makes a deal. Many have tried, in fact.
Huh.
Though I do find the other one interesting. The tiefling.
Mm.
Not only
The one who sold me.
one of the many people who sold you, if I'm here correctly.
Love to know that that's going to be on my personal history for the rest of my godforsaken life.
Hey, we're one and the same, though. As he pops
Are
his
we?
back. Yes. You watch as he pulls up his sleeve, and you see on his forearm is the brand of the keeper, burnt in deep. He bought everything that isn't sold at his auction. He buys himself.
Well, then I guess I'm lucky that I was actually bought.
I don't know. We could have used another helping hand in the kitchen. Speaking of which, why are you here?
She's gonna hold up the little red ring she was given. I was looking for more of those eyeballs.
We're out of human, but we do have a cow tie, yanti, and some, as he calls them. You watch as he goes into deep thought, trying to think of the common word, and then it suddenly pinks out like a freshly lit torch. Ah, so what do you call the Shadar Kai?
She just has a large grin on her face. I'll take a whole bowl of the yanti.
Ah, very good taste, very good taste. And you watch as one of the goblins pops up as he was about to mash a bunch of these eyes in a mortal and pestle, and he watches he just grabs it with one hand and hands it to you. Enjoy. So if you want to, you could just watch them work. That's what I do as a job. As he looks over and you see the goblins trying their hardest to cook for the next auction.
No, I'm rather enjoying watching the people that sold me squirm explaining to my protector what they did. It's much more entertaining.
Oh, is this one who smells of bird shit?
I resent that.
Smells of bullshit?
Bird
No, that
shit.
would be the snake one.
Oh, it's a snake. Sorry, it was the accent. Bird shit. Is that right?
Oh,
Wait,
he
snake?
does
What?
have an owl bear.
Oh.
If that's who you.
Wait, out of character. I'm not a snake, by the way.
Yeah,
No, I thought he was saying bullshit. So the snake one, the yanti one.
he said bird shit because you're an Arakakra.
Yeah.
As he
Yeah, I
looked,
thought you were
Okay,
saying
continue.
bullshit. So she was like, "Oh yeah, the one that was yelling at me for being upset that
Oh,
I got
okay,
an
okay.
auction."
Yeah,
You wa-
yeah, okay, sorry.
you watch as he licks his lip for a moment and then says, "Ah, it's another
Quiet,
day."
dog.
Anyways,
Quiet.
enjoy your eyes. I'm going
I
to.
will.
You also, one more thing. When you leave, you'll be going through the keeper's accountant. Is that correct?
If that is what his title is, then yes.
His-
The large polar bear man.
Yes, I don't like him too much. I don't even know what
Neither
his
do I.
I don't know what his original form is, but whatever it
I don't
is,
have- no.
it's scary. But when you go through that portal, you'll be going to the Mycen kingdom,
Shut.
mushroom
Stop.
folk. I heard that they're preparing a big celebration, but I checked their calendars and there's nothing there.
I wasn't muted, sorry.
No
That
festivals.
is wonderful information to know.
Yeah, so be careful. I don't know how they celebrate, but considering they are mushrooms and mushrooms feed off corpses of the dead, I don't know.
Well, I would recommend not going there anyway. There's a bit of a mind flare problem in the Underdark right now.
I saw it was the overworld. I've heard from the ruins
Yes.
that the Eller brains have infected most of the cities in Orissa.
Tragic. Anyway.
Have a good day now. Back to y'all.
Terrible. Anyway.
Keone, as you leave, you go into the little auction room. And you notice that the door, as soon as you try and open it, is locked.
Excuse me. I'm going to try and just yank it open.
Roll a strength check, and whether you succeed or fail, I'll tell you after. Weimar and Sleeves. So roll that already. Weimar,
Okay.
Sleeve, and Thorin. You see these three strange folk stare at you intently as the goblinoid steps up and says, "You may call me Roach."
Oh my god, oh my god!
He points to his more human-like companion. Is this his ghost? And then he points to the one of Hair of Cloud. This is Bomb. We work for, let's say, a anonymous benefactor. We have heard that you are here, and we've heard of the recent predicament, and we wish to talk.
I'm listening.
So, not only has, if I am correct, has she been acting any different of late? As she looks...
Yes.
I need your help then. We need your help. Despite what you've recently done, we believe you can still recover, salvage this situation. All you need to do is distract her for one day. Make sure she doesn't
And
get
why
to the...
is that?
We are preparing something at the Mycen Kingdom. She cannot be there until the right moment. Our anonymous benefactor will intercept her after the day of distraction, and he'll ensure all of you have safe passage to there. We just need you three to stick with a distraction. Go take her to find a catacomb and explore it with her. Try to find a shortcut that goes nowhere and is a dead end. Do something. That's all we ask of you. And if you agree to this, we have some supplies that can help.
Will she be alright?
Hopefully she will be to her normal self, or as normal as she can be after all the stress of the recent days.
Will this have any effect on her freedom?
No. Hopefully it will regain some of it, if not all. Do you agree to this contract?
If we help her, she'll still be a slave.
No. That's what we're going to try and aim to break after we deal with this situation.
If what you say is true, then I will lend you my hand.
Very well. As you raise up your hand, he shakes it, and you feel an indomitable chill as you have made a deal with a fae.
Cold.
Bomb, hand it to him. You watch as Bomb hands you a small case of 4 small devices. You watch as he points to it. They all are red with a little switch in the middle. He turns to you and says, "If you'll need, there are many ways to get to the Mycen Kingdom, but the main way is the fastest. If you use this, you can block it off. It'll take all 4, but you'll need to plant them quickly and without her noticing. After you press the switch, you approximately have 6 seconds to get out of the way before the explosion. That's all we can use to help."
The explosion?
Mm-hmm. There's not many other ways to cause a cave-in, isn't that right, Bomb? Bomb has a wide smile on her face, and she says, "Trust me, I tried."
Aha. Yes.
And you watch as Ghost, who has been silently watching this entire time, says, "If you truly care for her, do not betray her. Her trust is already wearing thin after what I've heard recently." As he says that, you hear a bash at the door. You see
It's Johnny!
the bash almost
Oh, God!
the bash pushes in the door ever slightly, but it still holds. You watch as
Damn it.
Roach, Bomb, and Ghost immediately look startled and say, "Okay, it's our time to leave. Make sure she's distracted." And you watch as they both run up the steps, and as their footfalls disappear, boom! The door flings open as a cool draft pools in, and Keone, with a bowl full of snake eyes, enters into the room.
The fuck out. Also, that entire time I was muted, I was just fangirling to Saphira.
Yeah.
I fucking love the bugs, okay? Anyway, serious Keone mode. She literally stabs one of the eyes with her nail and pops it in her mouth, staring at everyone.
Ah, so you've gotten a snack.
I'm
You're
sorry.
acting jumpier than normal.
You watch as the werebear looks at you and says, "You did break in my door. You could have used that key, you know."
How much is it?
For you, it's for free. You're under the keeper's protection. Boys, you watch as
really?
you watch as both the goblins immediately walk over to the door and start fixing its hinges. As he just looks very tired and just writes it down on a little piece of paper and says, "The protection extends to everything you do in the Underdark, everywhere that isn't the Abyss."
Really now?
Mm-hmm. You could do everything short of stealing from him.
The bar was that low? Oh my.
Let's hope you don't limbo in hell.
Did you just steal my fucking line from me?
Yes!
You bitch!
I am a thief in the night.
You stole my fucking line!
Yes. You watch as, with a simple breath, he just looks over every one of you and says, "Are you ready to go through the portal?" As he points over to the staircase. "Or do you need more time here? Maybe have a drink?"
I heard there was a celebration going on in the Mycen Kingdom.
The Mycen Kingdom?
Yeah. The
Uh,
chef was talking about it.
Keone, I don't think you want to go there.
That's the whole reason we're down here, is to get there.
No, just not today is all. Just another time.
Why?
I heard there was a cave-in earlier. Do you watch as the bear pipes up? "Weimar, if you want to go ahead, along with, I guess, the short one, Thorin, they can try and search for a path while Sleeve sorts out what has happened, especially with the bear." As he looks over at the top of the bear's skull, you notice that there's a big old bald spot.
Oh. A cave-in? For a portal?
Not a portal. A portal leads to the cave that's the main way into the Mycene Kingdom. We heard there was a whole caravan of people who went through there recently. Maybe their footfalls disturbed it.
Can I insight that?
Yes, you can.
Footsteps causing a cave-in?
Yep.
I'm calling Cap.
What if it's just like a really broke-ass cave?
Oh, damn it. Oh, I actually... man, I'm big stupid.
Shit. Fuck.
Although, you do think humans are very clumsy. And
Are idiots.
as he gets up, he puts both of his giant hands, the tips of his sharp claws, almost poke at your backs, as he starts pushing both Thorin and Weimar into the staircase. As he whispers in, "I gave you a chance. Do not fuck this up."
Wait, if there's a cave-in, why don't I just come help? I can dig through it.
You watch as he pushes them up the steps and turns over and says, well, you see that right now there is a..." You watch as he scratches the back of his neck for a second and says, "The keeper should be here in a bit to prepare for the auction. I should think that you could have a conversation with him again. He does enjoy it, after all.
He wants to have a conversation with me.
Well, not necessarily he ordered one, but you can tell from yesterday he did enjoy it nonetheless. Why else would he keep the statue of you that you've so graciously built in the auction hall?
She looks like she's about to snap the bear's neck.
You watch as he tries to do like the leaning pose as Weimar and Thorin. What do you do to do?
Well, we were just pushed up the stairs, right?
Yeah, there, and you see right before you is a big old swirling portal that leads to what you see is a pitch black cave.
So we should go bust it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sleeve? Sleeve?
No, you're not. No, Thorin's with you. That's why you have to.
Oh, Thorin.
Yep. You watch as Thorin waddles into the into the portal as soon as you say that.
All right. I'll haul up behind with the bomb.
As you both fall in, we're gonna stick with your story for a second. As you each enter through, you see the wide place, this wide tunnel, it's perfectly spherical in nature. As you remember his words echoing out. Find a catacomb. Find a shortcut that's a dead end. Just make sure she doesn't get there. That's your mission. So, I'd recommend...
Could I roll perception?
You both can roll perception and or investigation, whichever one you wish.
Let's see. One of those may be better for me.
You too, Thorin. You can either use your
yes.
You can either help him search, or you can use your own roll, just in case.
My investigation is a +6.
Let's see what Thorin says. Does he give you the help action, or does he roll? He will roll. Both of you roll. Let's see. 10.
I had luck today.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Despite the obvious cracks in the walls, which leads to smaller caves and whatnot, you find very little in terms of catacombs and dead-end shortcuts, as you don't really investigate them too far to see what is. So far, you have found 3. I will type them out. 1, or option A, is a giant hole in the ceiling, or the ceiling, or yeah, it's the ceiling of the tunnel, which you can hear the squeaking of bats in. Number 2 is a big old hole in the left wall as soon as you walk about 15 minutes. You see that it leads sloping downwards as you hear the flow of water. And then you see a stranger one. A hole in the right side of the wall. This one seems to be dug by some sort of giant beast. Not as big as the purple worm, but bigger than, as you remember, your father, Garter. You see it dug in through, and seems to go completely to just straight, leading to what you see is a small light blaring orange in the distance.
Hold on. Real quick, I have to check if I took my 2 known spells on level up.
If you while you check, what do you each think? Remember, it's not making about the right choice, it's about making the choice that spends the most amount of time.
So there's a hole in the ceiling, you said?
There's a hole in the ceiling, hole in the left, and hole on the right.
Well, having to climb up would probably take the longest, no?
Mm-hmm. But if you take a wrong path, you could just come back and choose another wrong path.
I suppose. I think I've taken all my spells for this level, but I was considering if I had that one level 4 illusion spell, Illusory Terrain,
Mm-hmm.
I could probably just create fake paths to trick Yomi.
As long as she doesn't pass the investigation, you can.
Though I think I have all my known spells for this
Got it.
level.
And Thorn is unsure about this. He is scared, confused, frightened. Also, Pip, how do you like the new stream layout?
I mean, it's cool. I don't like frogs, but it's a pretty cool layout.
I got it for free.
I just got kicked off of every single LGBTQ club I've ever been in because I don't like frogs.
Oh, that's fair though. But I got this for free, and when I get my new VTuber, it's gonna look nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Though
it's pretty cool.
Though it's gonna be a whale, so I guess I can do this as like a brackish water type setting.
I don't like frogs because they're gross and they're slimy, Saphira.
Okay, frogs are cool. Stop dissing frogs.
That's it. I'm gonna make you find I'm gonna make each of you find a Bandersmosh.
They make
Heck
me,
W.
they're so freaky and slimy and bright.
Yeah, why don't you get a toad?
Pip.
That's just like a dry frog.
That's worse.
Pip, I'm gonna be honest. Frogs are the simplest beings known to us. They're literally a mouth with legs that jump.
No, that's not true, Disturbed.
Yeah,
We
it's
know
me.
you.
Yeah, I definitely hard disagree.
Yeah, we know you.
Fine. But anyways.
I am not slimy and freaky, bitch.
But anyways, as you
Maybe a little freaky.
I'd recommend you have enough time to check one cave, run back, and then plant the bombs before Pip and them go through the portal.
So, do you think we should split up, Thor?
Ooh, it's dangerous.
We can check 2 caves if we go independently.
All right. Let's start with Thorn. Which cave do you choose? Okay, the short man goes into the ceiling as you watch as he uses his rope to slowly climb. You're going to have to roll a strength check for that. Well, Weimar, where do you check?
Oh, they say right is always right. I'm right-handed. That means right is probably the right path. Right's where I should check.
All right, you go right. Let's start with Thorn. Thorn, you slowly climb up as this... At first, you think this ceiling cave, is just something simple, right? It's smaller than the other one. It doesn't have any, leading holes, so you don't think it's, anything you should worry about, right? But it's so long up. It feels like you're climbing up a sheer cliff as you see bats hanging off of every little ledge that you climb up using your rope. It's not a hard thing for you, for sure. But after about a good 10 to 15 minutes, you look up and you see that you see, using your dark vision, that it leads up to another tunnel. You don't know where that tunnel leads, but you don't think you have enough time to check. What would you like to do? The tunnel goes almost the same direction as the tunnel you're below. So it seems like it'd go the same way to the Mycen Kingdom. But there's only one way to check, and that's going up more. And you think that's going to take another hour or so. Well, not another hour, an hour, as you only took 15 minutes up. Might as well. Ooh, he's risking it for the biscuit. Roll a strength check to see if you go up any faster or you fall. You have to beat a DC 15. Natural 20. Despite the long trek it would be for any normal person, you are the spiked dwarf Thorin. You put up your rope and using your hands and the spikes as grips, you climb up the side of the wall like a freakish tree frog. You make it all the way up, and as you do, you look and you see the path. The tunnel would have went the other way, but it seems like if you look that way, complete dead end. While the other way, you see leads to a very ornate but ancient staircase that leads down. It is very strange. All things the stairs. You don't think you have enough time to explore, and if you do, you feel as though there's like a presence there. Makes the back of your neck send chills throughout the rest of your body.
It's real estate.
Oh, my one fear!
Oh god.
See, Keone has a problem with, like, frogs and spiders, and I have a problem with free real estate.
Oh god.
I couldn't resist it, okay?
As you go down these ornate staircase, you know that this entire place is made of a different stone material. You know that it's some sort of mix of gravel and a darker rock. As the staircase leads to a spiral down. As you go down, you see it leads to a giant, beautiful room, lavishly made, almost like a bunker of sorts. As you see, this is almost like a waiting room, and in front of you is a giant barred door made of steel. You've heard of this material once before. Crafted by only the most mastercraft of civilizations. An art lost only to the mountains of... Hold on, I need to check my lore. I haven't looked at it for so long. Where's my lore? Okay,
The lore! The lore!
Lore!
I'm the Lorex, I speak for D&D! On behalf of the nerds, I'm gonna take your fucking knees!
To the lost...
That is all.
With the-
versus D&D lore.
With the only realms that still know how to make it is Durangal, the isolated mountain nation of the north. You don't reckon you can break it, but a certain princess of high magical capability could bust it open. But the feeling you've gotten of dread has been creeping up on the back of your neck this entire time, and you just looking at this door, it feels like you're watching someone get tortured. Do you wish to leave now? Roll two things for me. An investigation and a wisdom saving throw. Which one's the wisdom and which one's the investigation? Investigation and wisdom. Before you are overcome with fear and forced to run away, You notice the door has ancient inscriptions. Runic inscriptions, not infused with magic, strangely enough, that simply state, "Leave me be." And those words are etched into your mind as you run up the staircase and run down the ceiling back to the original tunnel. Weimar, my boy!
Yeah.
After Thorin climbs up the ceiling, you go right, following the bright light.
Oh no, Pymar's red-pilled. Oh, what have I done?
As you go through this tunnel, it is wide, feels extraordinarily cozy almost, as if someone spent a lot of time just making this hovel. As you walk all the way through, you finally get to an end, and you see that the torchlight was indeed a torch. As you see, it's one singular torch in a small room. Small relatively speaking, as everything here seems about twice the size of a regular person's needs. A dresser, a bed, a mirror, everything. Would you like to investigate?
I certainly hope I'm not intruding. I guess before stepping in, I'll take a look around, swiveling my head like a little swivel, I suppose. Give me a second and I'll roll a d20.
Mm-hmm. Spooky. Looney Tunes runs down the wall. You do be right.
Oh, hey!
Oh. Let's see here. 24. You find that this whole place is someone's home, a recent hovel of sorts, where little bits, knickknacks, and everything has been collected and shared. You see that there's a little sketch. Well, before you find the sketch, you find many little knickknacks like toys, books, and a little journal, all of which is written in common except for the journal, which is written in some sort of language that you cannot recognize. But you do recognize it is of the Underdark, and it's extraordinarily rare.
Let's see, I think comprehend languages should, for all purposes, allow me.
Okay. Do you ritual cast it?
Yeah, any written language that you see.
You ritual cast it, don't you?
I don't know if I have 10 minutes of time.
Exactly.
So I think I'll just cast,
As you do,
spellcast.
you comprehend the language Umberhulk. As you read the journal of a lone Umberhulk mother who has just recently watched as all of her children have left the flock. And now she spends her days in this small little hovel collecting knickknacks and sells to passerbys. Although she does state that anyone who does mess with her stuff usually is punished by her putting their head underneath the nearby underwater river's currents. If they survive, she lets them live, and if they die, she usually feasts on their ripped shred of corpses.
I think I should get out of here.
As you start, you hear digging. Please make a stealth check.
Why is it the Umbral Hulk? Why is it the Umbral Hulk?
Umber Hulk, Umber Hulk, Umber Hulk, Umber Hulk. I'm gonna roll just to see. What?
I think
I
it
want to
only
point
works
out
if
that
they get
while
a
you
nat
guys,
Uh,
while you guys are fighting
Wait,
this,
what the fuck?
at, you decide to pull the oldest trick in the book. You put a little lampshade over your head, and you stand as still as can be in the corner. As you do, you hear its giant thumps. As you have to stand completely and utterly still for about 20 minutes. As you see it slowly looking through all the pieces of drawers and whatnot, write something new in its journal, and then put on something very strange. A tiny set of glasses. Umber Hulks have 2 eyes, 2 giant fake eyes, and 2 of its real eyes. It puts the little glasses on her real eyes and reads off what seems to be a letter of sorts. After reading it, the Umber Hulk seems overjoyed.
Well, what does it say? I thought you said they were reading it aloud.
No, they weren't reading it aloud, but you can. And how long does Comprehend Languages cast?
Let me see.
I just need to make sure. Lunch.
1 hour. Or is it shorter if you...
No, it's not shorter if you ritual cast it. But as you hear, it the first thing of it, ever since it entered, it's been muttering the same few things. Daryl, Kevin, and that little boy Mustard, they keep on getting into trouble, but they're my boys. I can't get mad at them. And after that, opens up the letter and says, I'm glad that they're doing well. Soon I'll be a grandmother. And that's what she's overjoyed about. As she immediately leaves, she yells in joy, I must make little new toys for the little ones. As she leaves, she turns to you for 1 second, stares deeply at you and says, nice lamp, and just walks out. You nearly faint from the pressure.
Actually, I am glad that I've been complimented. You know, not many people have complimented my lamp impression.
You do be right, as now, after leaving that ordeal, you see Looney Tunes running down the wall. Thorin, who lands right in front of you, scared as hell.
Impressive. Are you all right?
Are you each ready to plant the bombs?
I think we should maybe plant it towards the left.
No, you plant it farther down. If you plant it towards the left, that'll screw up everything. I'll just say that.
I thought there was a right path, a left path, and the up path.
Yeah, those are the 3 alternate paths. Then there's the main path where you just go straight down.
But that one's blocked off.
No, you haven't blocked it off yet.
Oh, I thought you said that one was... Oh, well,
That one is what y'all have said has been blocked off due to a cave-in. The cave-in you are going to cause with the bombs.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm used to reminding you.
All right. So, it's time to do what's called a pro gamer move. And Weimar plants the bomb down. Does it have to be ignited through fire or
It's a switch.
some mechanical component?
And there's 4 of them. Both of you have to activate them at the same time, and you have 6 seconds to run as hell.
Haha. Are you ready for this, Thorin? I'm just double checking.
Live like kings or die like cowards. It's your choice.
I don't think dying to a bomb is dying like cowards.
What?
Just need to make sure Thorin is ready.
I think Thorin is vibed out right now. Oh yeah, he said
All
hell
right.
yeah.
Well, we plant the bomb. We press the funny buttons,
And you
and
both
I
went.
immediately use my teleportation spell,
Mhm.
Misty Step, to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Mhm. And Thorin, do you run like hell? As you run like hell, and you Misty step out of there, the giant explosion leads to just mounds of dirt and large stone to mound up and block your path as you hear it continue down. And after the silence, Keone and Sleep, what have you guys been doing?
You wouldn't fucking know what we've been doing this whole
But as a reminder, this has only been like 20 minutes.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh,
yeah.
Random question, Stubbed. How do you make hot chocolate?
Wait, is this an innuendo or am I stupid?
No.
Okay,
No,
so,
there's
the word is
a right
innuendo,
answer and a
but
wrong
it's not.
answer.
okay,
Just genuinely, how do you make hot chocolate?
okay, so if it's the one with the little mushrooms, I pour it in after the milk. But if it doesn't have
Mushrooms?
You
I'm
mean
sorry, yeah, what?
marshmallows?
marshmallow, sorry, mushroom. I have
What kind of hot
mushroom.
chocolate you drinking?
I have mushroom rot. But anyways,
Mushrooms.
if there's marshmallows, I put it in on top so the marshmallows don't melt. Well, if they don't have any marshmallows, I put it in and then pour it on. Mushroom dance.
No, do you use hot water or do you
Milk!
use hot milk?
Milk!
Thank you!
Milk!
There's some common fucking sense!
Who?
I was raised on hot water. Oh god.
Why?
You are.
Hey,
Who
I
are-
wasn't making a choice back then. I didn't know you could do it with milk. I
Look,
just always did it with
Farrah
water.
makes it with hot water and milk. And so does Sleeve.
Both?
Because of Swiss piss.
Wait, what? I never actually answered the question. I want to point out.
Who else? No, you said hot water with milk, and then she
No,
agreed
that
with
wasn't
you.
me.
That wasn't you? Okay.
No.
No, you're the one who makes it with semen and chocolate syrup.
God
Yeah.
damn it! I didn't want to hear that.
Okay,
You know what?
That's pretty original.
Do you know what? That's
Mad
it.
respect.
That's it. Keone, you are suddenly put into a giant jar. Face your. Anyways,
Don't you put me in the chat.
you
I'm so
deserve
sorry,
it after this
Keone.
punishment. Anyways, Sleeve,
Don't worry,
Keone,
Keone. We'll
Oh,
see.
you are in front of this very
God.
suspicious looking werebear as he. You two, have you finished fixing the door yet? As you watch as the two goblins loudly hammer away, making sure the hinge does not fall off. Well, I think that's it. No.
Didn't he make a point to point out my owlbear right before they left?
Yes, and now it has a bald spot now.
What do you mean a bald spot? I thought you said it was dead.
No, it's alive now, but since you revived it, it did it. There's now a big old bald spot on its head, which is very funny to me.
Oh.
As
Sorry, I can't. What just fucking happened? I'm good now, though. I'm good.
okay, as he looks at the bear and says, "So why did you shave its head? Was there any need?"
Shave it. I didn't do that.
Then what happened?
Don't know. And then I just turned to Keone. Did something happen?
This was with you, remember?
Probably
Wait, what?
something Stita did. He went a bit crazy.
Weimar mentioned that earlier. What happened?
No, I was frozen, and then when I woke up, I was tied up and sold.
He tried to explain to me that it was the only way, but I don't. Only way for what?
You'd have a better chance figuring out than I would. Anyway, let's go see the Beholder then. I won't be calling him by his title. He doesn't deserve it.
He will be in his office. It's right behind the auction. You have to enter a secret passcode.
Which is?
You watch as he takes a deep breath and says, "If only I knew."
I'll just kick it in.
Okay, have fun. As he immediately sits back onto his desk as you two leave.
Just side note. I was there right when they were telling us that we need to delay her and not get her there.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The only one who wasn't was me.
Right. Okay.
Good. Now, as you each walk back out, you see that there are goblins still cleaning up after the blood and whatnot, and how it all seems very good. It seems like a bit much right now, but otherwise you're fine. Everybody's fine,
Is the
right?
statue of Keone still there?
Yep.
Ugh.
You're the one that made it.
I didn't make it.
You could be right, actually. But anyways, as
You want to tell Sleeve what it looks like, though?
you know what? I think you could do a better description.
So on
All
the
right. Paint me a
stairs,
picture. Mm-hmm.
there is Keone with a skirt kind of rolled up, upside down, her hair hanging below her, tied up, gagged. Looking like she's about to murder someone. Lying on the floor.
You said that's like right on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we go through the door, I just kind of look at you like, "What's that about?"
She just slowly turns her head to look at him.
Alrighty then. So can I before we leave, can we get some stuff cleared up? Like I don't know, everything that happened?
I don't know how to explain it to you.
Can you try?
I woke up, tied up. I was being carried. Next thing I know, a price tag is slapped on my ankle. I'm brought in here. I'm put to sleep by that werebear, dragged into a cell, forced to watch a pregnant woman have her baby ripped from her stomach, and eaten.
That
Then
wasn't
dragged
eaten.
out. Oh, not eaten. Then
That-
dragged out by my ankles, left on the stairs, bid on by some kind of mind flare. He has a voodoo doll of me now, and I had a very informing conversation with the keeper about how they don't really value my life because they didn't even try to bid to protect me. And they have about 2.5 million gold. That sum it up for you?
Weimar was mentioning something about Sita having to kill you? What was that about?
Him being a slimy, deceitful little runt?
I see. Um...
Any more questions before we go in?
I don't think so.
She's gonna kind of hold the ball out to you. Would you like a snake eye?
I'll pass. But like as soon as I say that, my owlbear shoves like past me to grab one.
Aww. That was out of character, but aww.
Yeah. You watch as the
No,
you watch as the big old owlbear. It's like how a dog tries to steal your leftovers while it's still on the table.
Yes.
It just like
Aw.
it just like tries to like nudge it out of the bowl and just like eat
She'll give it a hand.
it. After it eats about like a good five, leaving still a sizable amount in the bowl. As you each turn to look at the quote-unquote door, it is just the wall of the auction house where the beholder was that was behind the beholder. You see there are two statues, the red and blue drake. It seems like they are only animated during his auctions. It's just a plain wall, as you can see, though.
She's gonna knock on the wall.
You do so. It's still it. You hear something behind it, but it's as thick as the rest of the walls beside of it. But you do not. Would you like to make an investigation, one of you?
Okay.
Sleeve, would you like to roll on your own, or would you like to use a help action on Keone's?
I'll just use a help action.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Cool, because I'm actually pretty good at investigation.
Yes. Nat 20. You see that each of these statues are on like almost as tight of a swivel as you can push and pull them around. And you notice that the most wear and tear of this swivel is the blue ones facing left and the red one facing right.
She will push them to do that.
You push them facing towards each other, and you watch as the wall slowly shake open as you see the beholder in almost like a spa room. A giant waft of red steam leaves shooting out from the door. You see.
Please be closed. Please be closed. Please be closed.
It's a giant ball.
beholder.
It's a giant ball. You see it. Each of its
Oh,
eyes.
this ball.
Each of its eye stalks resting in its own little bowl of hot steaming water. The giant one's laying in a giant tub of steaming water, all of which is red, by the way. Each of the eye stalks are being massaged by a different type of being, not human by chance, elemental. As you see, there's 4 water and 4 fire, massaging each eye stalk and making sure the sauna is kept nice and steamy for him. As it opens, you watch as each of them shiver for a second, except for the beholder, who says, making history 2 times. You're the first one to actually get that stupid puzzle right. I don't know why I hire so many idiots.
You really need a better staff. And she plucks an eyeball from the bowl and just pops it in her mouth.
We can agree about that, but all my staff is funded through people's unwanted auction items. The werebear was captured from his clan, and I bought him off. The head chef sold to me as a child. All the little goblins were a tribe taken by Zorn. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Almost makes me wonder what you would have had me doing if I hadn't have been bought.
You watch as it takes a second, as you watch as its eye open, moving this big old towel off of its eyelid as it says, if I'm honest, you'd probably have taken my position as just the auctioneer. My voice gets so terribly rough after that. I almost lost my voice yesterday.
Shame.
Very.
I was told you'd enjoy some conversation.
Well.
Apparently there's a cave-in on the way to Mycen Kingdom.
New information graces my ears every day.
You didn't know about that?
I tend to try to know everything, but things like that, well, they kind of slip under the radar. Though, you watch as one of its eyes turn to the water elemental, who gives an over-exaggerated shrug. I guess it was missed today.
Is there a way you can fix it? We need to get to that kingdom.
No. Unless you...
Helpful.
Hey, at least I'm not lying to you about it.
Her face just kind of sinks for a moment. Like she's in her head. She's like, "You really had to remind me of that."
As your face sinks, you watch as his almost neutral expression goes into a grin and says, "Well, you did your job right. You made me enjoy the conversation."
Glad to know my misery makes everything better for you.
Hey, us evildoers have to stick together, don't we? I scratch your back, and you
I'm not
scratch mine.
scratching you.
Ah, fine. But I know something that can. You ever heard of a bone claw?
No.
It's when a lich forgets one of the most important steps of becoming one. A phylactery. Becomes a mindless tool for anyone evil enough to use it. You
Really
see,
now?
we're both of the same breed, cut from the same cloth. I believe you can use it, as long as you kill the person lording over it.
Where are they?
Somewhere in that tunnel.
Of course they are.
I heard he has some special relation to it. Hid himself underneath in a hidden place. Not so hidden now, I don't think. Especially after a tunnel crashing down. Maybe opened up a few new paths.
Yes, Slave, why didn't we go with them?
I kind of look shocked by the question, and just I still needed to hear the situation.
Make a deception check.
Uh,
You have to beat a nat 20.
well,
Wow!
do I have a bonus? I don't think so.
Wow!
Oh, +1. Let's do this.
That's the cockiest way you could have
All
said
right.
that.
Would you like to also roll insight?
I feel like he'll tell me if he's lying. I feel like I don't need to incite it.
You watch as your lie, despite the water and fire elementals being primordial shapes of the earth, understand your bullshit. As you see the beholder look at you with all of its eyes for a second, and almost like lifting up an eyebrow, it says, "Huh. You hear a bell ring as you see walking out of his office for the first time. The werebear walks up to each of you, and the beholder says, "Tell me everything." In secret, of course. As the werebear stiffens up, goes beside the beholder, and starts whispering.
That I would like to listen in on.
Make a perception check.
Is he covering his mouth? Because if not, I can read his lips.
Oh yeah, he's not covering his mouth. He's just.
Okay. So
And
that I can read his lips.
and he says everything. 3 guests came in. Hold on.
14.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to see. You know, I'll just make that a deception on his part. 9.
Yes!
You both understand. He tells the beholder that 3 guests have talked to Weimar and Thorin making a deal with them to destroy the tunnel for a brief moment, making a delay upon their trip, just enough. He believes that they have succeeded, that they will succeed, as they were given high-tech explosives from these mysterious individuals. He said he will give them a detailed report of their appearance as soon as he's done with the accounting of today's transactions. And he said, and he says one last thing. That whoever they're working for has a strange fixation upon the girl. The beholder, hearing this, releases a wide smile and says, I do love gossip. Don't you?
Keone is just staring at the werebear. I never thought I would say a beholder is right. Those fucking traitors.
The drama. It's so beautiful, is it not? But, my friend did a slight upon you, is that not right? He talked to you behind his back, and he even helped perpetrate it, did he not? The werebear, completely stiff, frozen in almost fear, gives a quick nod.
I feel so bad.
So, I'll let you choose his punishment.
Now that I like. Let me see.
You hear an audible gulp from the bear. I wonder if there was any type of spell, maybe like a beam from the moon, that can like revert his transformation. That'd be funny.
No.
Oh man.
Too obvious, too easy. She's going to walk up to the beholder and whisper in his ear, and I'm going to type to you what she whispers.
Are you covering your mouth? Because I could hear it, or I could read it if not.
Abso-fucking-lutely I am.
Okay. Damn.
You know he can read lips?
You don't cover your mouth when you whisper to people anyway?
No? What?
That's weird.
Who do you think I'm afraid of?
Your mom.
Godzilla.
No.
You say, who do you think I'm afraid of? Keone's just been told that she might be being betrayed by everyone.
This is gonna be
Bitch is
fun.
paranoid.
Conspiracy theory.
Typing it to me, typing it to me, typing it to me, and I can't see what you're saying. This is gonna be very fun. Ooh, blue light. The click-clacks of the keyboard with the dripping of water is beautiful. I cannot believe you've done this.
What happened?
Apologize now.
I can't.
Sit. You enjoyed it too much, didn't you?
I can't answer that.
Which is why you're talking in the other server, is it not?
I can't answer that.
If it's not the consequence. If it's not the consequences of my actions.
Still waiting to hear this punishment?
She's typing it to me. And as soon as
She's typing. Oh, right, because I don't get to hear it.
Yeah, you don't get to hear it. You nosy little fucker.
Whoa!
That's right.
Just because
I'm
it's
calling
true doesn't
you
mean
out.
it doesn't hurt.
I'm calling you out, Mr.
Well, are you little?
Okay, I've sent you it.
You hear his laugh echo out, and he goes, hey, Ah! The werebear looks like he is somehow went even paler than before, as the beholder looks to him and before whispering to him, whispers it to all of the elementals first, who are now jittering and laughing in their own ways, with the fire elementals boiling like magma, while the water elementals bubbling. As he turns to the turns to the bear and says, "You have a new duty. You elementals go take him and make sure he's in the proper attire." And you watch as the elementals escort him out of the room. Back into his office, as he says, "When he's finished dressing, you can leave if you want to. I think you want to be a little bit of an inquisitive mind when talking to your friendly old chums."
Slave, did you know about all of this?
Well.
Just lie, Sleeve. Just lie.
Yes.
He rolled a 6.
Yeah. Yes, I did know.
Why
but
don't they want me getting there?
if I'm being honest, I don't really know. They just told me that it was the best thing for you and your freedom. And as soon as I say freedom, I kind of like cover my mouth and look at the beholder.
My freedom? If they were so concerned about my freedom, they wouldn't have sold me off to be a slave.
If I understand correctly... Wait. Were they the ones who convinced the others to sell her? Or did they just show up after like the sale and everything?
After the sale.
The three
Yeah, after the sale. They just showed up.
She thinks you're talking about Thorin and
yeah, sorry, I was talking about the three the Ghost Bomb and the other one.
Roach.
Can't remember the name. Yeah, Roach.
You do know their names. You dare to utter them? Or do you keep them silent?
Hey man, I didn't shake the hand.
Oh.
shake a hand.
I
They made a deal?
feel like I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, you should have. It makes this all the more fun.
Who
Ye-
did they make a deal with?
Weimar?
No, who did... Out of character, who did Weimar and Thorin make a deal with?
Roach and Ghost and Bomb.
Do I recognize
Wait,
this?
were we talking... Hang on, out of character. Were we talking about two different things to each other, thinking we were talking about other stuff?
I've been talking about Thorin and Weimar.
Oh, I was talking about Roach, Ghost, and Bomb.
So, do you...
Because like they said it was best for your freedom to not let you get there.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's talking about Thorin and Weimar when she's saying
Oh.
they made a deal. Who did they make a deal with?
Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so
it's
let's start
these-
back there.
Okay.
Who did they make a deal with?
Don't know who they were, but I know their names.
Names. Give me them now.
The main one was Roach. He did most of the talking. He was the one that made the deal. And then the other two were named Ghost and Bomb?
Do I recognize the names?
Would Keone recognize the names?
I don't know. I don't think.
Roll
so.
history.
Y-
I don't know.
Oh, he is right. You can roll history to see if Cardin has ever mentioned their names.
Yeah, let's do that. My history isn't that bad either.
Sleeve, you have just saved me a good pondering.
Aha.
7.
Oh.
Then their names itch in the back of your head. You assume they have to be us. You have met them in the Feywild. Of course you should have, but what type of interaction you've had, you do not know. You just know that the names feel like scratching the back of your head.
Why are they making a deal with beings from the Fae?
Roach said it was what was best for your safety and your freedom.
What?
I don't know the specifics, but
Take me
Roach,
with them.
don't know. Wait, I don't know where they went. Right? They just kind of
They dipped out into the portal as soon as she was bashing in the
Okay.
door. You can tell her that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell her that. Like, yeah, I don't really know. They went through a portal.
Take me to Thorin and Weimar.
But
As this happens, you watch as the office door flings open, and the elementals walk out, and you see, dressed beautifully in a maid's garb, the polar bear looks to you and says, "Look, I'm a girl."
How did I know what it was? I was just thinking maid outfit, it's a maid outfit, isn't it?
That's only part of it. That's not the whole thing.
You watch as the polar bear looks to each of you with eyes full of grief as it holds a small platter of small tiny sandwiches with, instead of olives through the toothpick, it's fingers.
Oh, no, that's not funny.
Would you care to have one?
That's just gross.
I just kind of look at him and then look back at Quixote.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
So what, is this supposed to be a knuckle sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ayo.
The pole holder.
Sleeve.
Oh.
Where are Thorin? Weimar?
But the pact, don't you care about that?
What?
If
No, that was out of character. What?
because I told you that they made a deal with the guys to not get you there. So if
Okay.
I bring you, like, I'm trying to stop you from going.
I am caught up. Keep going.
I do you not care about the pact?
Why should I care about a deal made to determine my future without my say in it?
I don't have a good answer for that. But they made it sound like it would be very bad for you to go. They meaning Roach and Bomb and Ghost.
She's gonna look over her shoulder at the beholder. You know, perhaps I will stick around and watch another auction.
Huh. That is interesting.
I don't like where this is going.
You watch as it licks its lip for a second and says, huh. Wait a second. You watch as its eyes kind of like flick around for a second, and as he says, Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You can go into that cell and get that woman. I can't really employ her in my staff in her state. You can keep her.
Aren't you a gracious host? Slave, go get her. She even does click her fingers then.
Wait, who? Did I
Slave.
see whoever she's talking about?
Either she said slave, meaning the bear, or
No, she
sleep.
said slave.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Out of character. Who is she talking about? Did I see this person?
No, you do not see the person, but you do. But the snapping does get your attention.
Get who?
Ask the werebear.
I
Right
Turn
this
to
way,
him.
master.
I cringe as I follow him.
You watch as the polar
You
bear
cringe, you
frolics to the bloodied cell and holds open the door.
I want to say right now that frolicking was not a determined part said by me. He's doing that on his own.
Yeah, he's owning it, bro.
He's fucking owning that shit, because
Yeah.
that was not something I said.
You watch as he opens the door and you see a woman covered in blood, holding her stomach, and tears flowing down her face. Holding herself in she's sitting on her knees as her head is bent, touching the floor as you hear her sob quietly to herself.
Put her with the old man.
Sleeve?
I thought me and the werebear left to go get the lady.
It's in like the same area.
Oh, okay.
You would have said that like as the door opened.
Yeah.
Okay. I bring her in, but like I'm not being really forceful with her. I'm just kind of
Make a persuasion
guiding her.
with disadvantage.
Persuasion?
Persuasion with disadvantage.
Oops. Persuasion. Move, cat.
Yes, cat. Sabotage.
4.
You watch as, with one step into the cell, she immediately reacts by going into the corner and screaming bloody murder for you to leave.
Wait, why did I have to do persuasion? I was just very calmly.
Exactly.
Like I wasn't trying to lie to her.
Persuasion is just you trying to convince somebody to do something.
Oh.
As she is now screaming bloody murder.
I'm sorry, but I need you to come with me.
She just screams louder.
At the sound of the screaming, Kearney's just gonna shut the door, with her still in the office.
As the door shuts, the red air slowly fills the room back up, as you now smell it clearly, as it smells like juniper berries.
I didn't know you were fruity.
Looks like we have more in common
Oh,
than
boy.
meets the eye.
You think I'm fruity?
I'm not one to judge. So, you have now that woman and the old chained man. What are you gonna do with all these new properties?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, whatever you do, I hope you have fun with them.
I'm expecting to have more fun dealing with the traitors.
Oh,
Any
traitors.
suggestions what to do?
Don't let them know their failure just yet. Let it simmer and boil until you have the right moment where they're all lulled to sleep. Perfect way to go, you know? Under the knife's edge, not even knowing that it even exists.
I like the way you think.
Ooh.
Why don't you take a seat? It's nice in here.
Sure you will do.
As you do, if an immediate wave of relaxation washes over you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
What?
I want to see this.
Sauna magic?
Oh no, I'm very scared. I'm about to be fucking drugged to my sleep or something. I didn't mean to type that.
You were typing so fast.
11.
As you do, everything seems to feel more agreeable. As he simply says, "Oh, isn't this such a swell time, just me and you? Wouldn't you say?"
Disturbed. I hate to be that guy,
Yes.
but
You have to leave?
yeah.
Alright.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm
alright.
so sorry.
It's alright, it's alright. Have a good day,
It's fine,
Sid.
you're
Well-
babysitting now.
We'll see you later.
I'm babys. Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just babysitting the two,
Yeah,
captors.
slaves.
Yeah, slaves. So,
Okay, I love you.
bye!
So what is the beholder gonna like pull out a marker and draw on her face?
Nope. You watch as
That would be pretty funny.
you watch the beholder look at you after saying, "Isn't it nice, isn't it?" Expecting for you to agree.
She nods her head,
Hmm.
and she kind of leans back in her seat.
You accepted that deal. I was kind of surprised. A resurrection
You
a resurrection of a woman for a sight beyond sight on you truly must feel special, doesn't it?
I suppose so.
Why don't you tell me about everything you've been through? Might make for an interesting book, wouldn't you say?
Where do I begin?
Would we like to skim past this, or do you want to give a summarization of everything Keone has been through?
Bro, that is gonna take so fucking long. Do you know? I can't remember half of the shit as well. Like, there's some bits that I genuinely cannot remember. Like, I know they happened, but I don't know what they were.
Okay,
If that makes sense.
you summarize
So yeah,
you summarize your
skim over it.
You summarize your entire adventure as you entered into Bamberg with a vampiric friend who then left after you helped her with her assassination organization. You helped Sita gain back his brother. You got into college with the friends, went to the Feywilds, saw your father, went to the Shadowfell, went to the Astral Realm, went to the Garden of Death, met your grandmother, met the Undead Council, finally got back to your father, killed your mother, now the godmother of a Tarask, went to see the marriage between your nemesis and your father, got proposed to, refused the proposal, had to attend a wedding, accepted the proposal, got sent back to the material realm with your friends, got into this situation, watched as the entire world got infected with mind flayers, went to the Underdark, and now you're here. And he just simply looks to you and says, "You're right. I like this story." As you notice, a small little book is writing everything down.
Oh my god.
You and I are so similar. In story,
Yeah.
too. Abominations born and hidden from the world, forced to create their own power. Going through the world, taking what they need, and changing not only it, but ourselves, whether we want to or not. Isn't it a beautiful story?
I suppose when you put it like that, it sounds rather sad.
Everyone knows a good story is a tragedy, just waiting to end. Speaking of which, I feel as though we can make a deal. Another
Deal.
one. Yes.
I'm guessing the failed wisdom save means that I'm gonna want to do this.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna want to go along with everything he says, aren't I?
You see,
Okay.
being able to watch you has made me realize that you're not acting as yourself. You know that there's an eye peering over your shoulder. You know that I am always watching, and that is clawing at the back of your mind. If you can just do me one eensy weensy favor, just lock that away.
Okay.
And if you do, I'm a cordial friend, am I not? You will have the ability to fix anything other than yourself that is broken. Whether mentally, physically, or through its soul.
That's fucking power.
You can do it once a day. Under my power. As long as I live, you can do it. But you just have to lock away that memory and this one. How would you say?
You're a good friend to me.
I hope I am remembered as such for all eternity.
She just kind of very drowsily nods her head.
As you do so, please add Golden Heal.
Okay.
All you have to do is touch a creature, and for example, let's say their mind is completely and utterly broken after going through a traumatic event of losing a child. You can fix that.
Oh.
Let's say a Pegasus has went through a rigorous ritual of corrupting it from the inside out and turning it into a literal embodiment of hell itself.
You gave me a power that I could do complete good with while I'm evil.
It's beautiful, isn't it not?
Oh my god, you fucking asshole. I'm that bitch when I play video games. I only pick the nice options because I don't want the code to be sad. This is cruel.
Yes.
Oh, fuck you.
Even then, the evil options in video games are like, do you want to nuke the innocent city?
Yes. While in D&D,
No,
it,
I mean like games where it's like you could either say the nice option to them or you could say the mean option and they look sad.
kitty cat.
I don't like saying the mean option.
So
It's just Steve will remember this.
after
Yeah.
after saying yes, you feel as both that memory and the memory you're currently having are being slowly locked away. As the beholder says, before you leave, do me a favor and just put this towel over my eye. I want to take a nice long nap.
She'll nod and put the towel over his eye.
You do so, and the door reopens again as you watch as the elementals flood back into the room, and you walk out. It closes behind you, and you suddenly forget why you left.
She's gonna knock on the door.
You knock on the door as it opens
Shit.
up again. You see the beholder laying in there with his towel back up.
Did I mention where I was going?
You mentioned that you have 2 new slaves. Your friend has rounded them up, and I think they're on the back of his owlbear, and you're going through the portal to deal with your comrades who have betrayed you.
Right.
Have fun!
She's gonna head towards where the portal is.
As you leave
I
the...
had to have that fucking moment. You know when you forget what you're going, you have to ask someone what you were about to fucking
Yep.
do.
Yep. And as you do, you watch as one of the elementals grumble as you leave open the sauna door yet again. As you go over and you see the screaming lady on the back of the owlbear, tied up and gagged. And the old man looking at you in chains saying, well, one of us is a bit on edge, you could say.
Alright, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the traitors?
You watch as the owlbear leads you through the portal.
She'll follow.
As you do, you enter in, and there's a giant cloud of dust as you see Thorin and Weimar looking at the giant bounds of rubble, which now block your path.
I can't believe you farted that hard, Thorin. You kicked up so much dust.
What is going on here?
Ah, yes, Keone. We just came to check it out. Yes, unfortunately, the main path has been blocked by a cave-in.
Not deception, insight.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't lie. I told the truth. The main path has been blocked.
You said by a cave-in.
It was a cave-in. I never said whether we were responsible or not. Like, you know.
You know what? Just make it a deception trick. I want to see. I just want to see.
I think I have a +1. Let me check.
Let's do this. Yeah, let me see.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
You have to roll really shitty.
We already saw that.
It's happened. It happened earlier this session.
Yeah, we already saw that. It was beautiful. I don't know. He does. There is a big old cave in right in front of him. I guess that makes sense.
He do be caving, though.
Yeah.
Well, dig through it. We need to get to the Mycen Kingdom.
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. Actually,
Why?
earlier, me and Thorin went scouting out. And we found out that the path above should actually lead us to the Mycen Kingdom.
Okay, then.
So, you want to go right now? I mean, we can, but... aren't you at least a little tired?
Why would I be tired? Did you put something in my food?
I don't think I've even been... It doesn't matter. Either way, the answer is no. What's
Why don't you
important
want to go
is
to the
you've had a
kingdom?
stressful day.
Stressful day.
Well, I'm saying it's technically correct. So, you know, no need to roll insight.
Stressful day. Have you
I
not
mean-
noticed what we've been going through the last few weeks?
You know, lying by omission isn't really lying.
I'm talking in character.
Well, yes. Certainly has been a rough time, hasn't it?
Why don't you want to get to the kingdom?
Well, we don't have any need to be there right now, do we?
Yes, we do.
We do?
That's the whole reason we're down here.
I know, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be today, does it?
You know, you're
Might
right.
be a bit dangerous. Don't we want to get some rest first?
You're completely right. Let's get some sleep. I don't mind keeping watch. I'm not exactly tired.
I can take first shift.
No. No, you've been out here trying to find a way to the kingdom. You've probably been doing a lot more than I have been. I'll keep watch. You go ahead
I
and
just
sleep.
saw a sweet old granny. Though that sweet old granny is also an umbral Hulk, so I don't think we should go that way.
Oh.
You failed to mention that.
Yeah, no. That was down, that a ways. He says as he points down to the right.
Well, either way, you two should get some sleep and I'll watch.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Do you each agree?
So, you only have our best intentions in mind, yes?
Why wouldn't I?
Can I roll insight?
I asked a question.
Well, I would want to know, why wouldn't you? I mean, recently you did try to attack Sita.
Is your name Sita? Have you made a pact to kill me?
Thankfully not.
Then I have no reason to kill you.
That's a statement. Now I can roll insight.
Roll that
Yes?
inside, bitch! Seventeen. Let's see what you get.
I got a 13. Hope her deception isn't high.
15. My deception is very high.
Well, I guess I trust her. Shit. Wait,
Yes.
I did not know you had such good deception. Holy shit.
You both completely and utterly
Yeah.
trust her.
I mean, it's a difference of 2 points, so I do trust her.
So, do you sleep?
I guess there's no reason for me to not
Not.
at this point.
All right. You both go to bed. And as you do, Coney, before you initiate your plan, roll me a perception.
Okay. Perception. My perception is also
You have to
pretty
beat a
good.
nat 20.
God fucking...
No. Even if I got in at 20, I would have not beaten that.
You think all is quiet and simple as you begin to initiate your plan. What do you do?
I'm going to make sure they're definitely asleep.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna lean in right close to their face.
If both of them are asleep, then yes, they should not interact or reveal themselves.
She is going to pull out a dagger. And she'll stand over them for a moment going, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And it'll land on Weimar. She's going to rip open his shirt. And she's going to try to start to carve the word traitor in his chest.
You get to roll.
I feel like I might wake up at
roll
that point.
Roll a melee attack with advantage.
That's going to be a 20.
Roll that damage.
She's going to stab into me.
Yep. It's beautiful, is it not?
I don't know, I'm a bit sad, honestly. Hurts my feelings.
Yep.
What? Sorry, I forgot what I have to roll for dagger damage. It's 1d4.
Yeah.
2.
You immediately wake up Weimar, but the damage has been done as you see the words written out onto yourself.
Holy shit, how fast does she carve?
She does. Look at her dexterity. It's like it's a lot. Okay. It's like
Ow! Ow! Fuck! Fuck! Ow!
She's gonna hold the dagger to his throat.
He's going to teleport away using, Misty Step.
Where are you
Counter
gonna?
spell.
Oh. You do not teleport away, as now you lay there. And Thorin,
Thorin!
you wake up too, and I want you to make a perception check immediately.
How awake are you, really?
Roll that perception, buddy. 5.
I think I accidentally rolled in text spot.
He did. But
Yeah.
You wake up, and you just like look around, and all you do see is Pip, Keone, and Thorin just beside each other.
No, she's like sat on top of him with the dagger to his throat.
Oh, you see this, but you do not see the dagger, and you assume it's none of your business. As you feel a sharp pain as a giant claw stabs into your back.
Me?
Nope. Thorin.
Didn't he just wake up?
Yep.
Where's it stabbing from?
You take 9 damage as this giant malnourished monster hovers over you with anger in its eyes. You see the Bone Claw. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh dear. God, I keep doing that.
Keep what?
Putting an exclamation point instead of a 1.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. Do you know what else I keep on doing?
Existing.
Your mom. I've stolen
You
guard.
want to say that
Oh,
to
you
my
got
face?
her.
Why would you want to do my mother? You've heard what she's like.
I mean, if I can fuck her over as much as she fucks over you, it is all right.
To prove a
Your
point.
dick will fall off.
You do be right. Hold on, I'll send in the Albert in just a moment. And then here it is. Boop. It's in text spot. Bone Claw is ready.
It's in text spot?
Yeah, it's in text spot down there.
She looks sassy.
Oh,
She looks sussy.
shut up. So everyone roll initiative.
I did.
Done.
Good. Ugh. Yes. That's right. That's 17. Then let me roll its hat with. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have. Where did you guys roll your initiatives?
We rolled them in combat and skill checks.
In the place we always roll them.
Okay, what did you each roll?
I rolled in 11.
Oh. What did you roll, Keone?
I rolled an 11.
Okay, which one would
Keo
like
won.
to? Which one would like to go first, Weimar or Keone? And Thorin, what
I
did you
want to
roll?
go first. She stabbed me. Now she owes me
No.
one.
No, I
Yes.
do not.
Yeah, you owe me one. You stabbed
You
me.
took an hour to make a salad. I'm clearly quicker than you.
I didn't take an hour to make a salad. That was
Fruit
half the time.
salad. Yummy, yummy.
Made it in like 30 minutes, 40 minutes at most.
To make a salad?
Yeah. I cut up all the cucumber, the tomato, the bell pepper.
Okay, anyways, it's
You have to wash it first.
it is Thorin's turn. Would you like to get up so you're no longer prone? Let me see. You get up and you can attack him. Okay, roll that attack, boy. You motherfucker. That hits. Roll the damage. Six damage. 38. And that misses. It is the Bone Claw's turn. The Bone Claw is going to do something I like to call a pro gamer move. And he's going to use his ability Shadow Jump. Please, Keone and Weimar, make a Constitution saving throw. You have to beat a 14, as it teleports right upon you with a giant plume of shadow.
Constitution?
Yep.
The moment I get a mage, he starts doing Constitution saving throws.
That'll be a 21.
Only one of you succeed.
I was off by 1.
And it's not the one that is being sat on right now.
That's your fault.
You.
You.
So, Weimar, you take the full 51 damage.
I am knocked out instantly.
And Keone, you take half of that, which is, I would say, 25 as it rounds down.
I'm good.
Keone, it's your turn.
Honestly, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It just teleported right above you. Weimar
No,
is...
I get that.
Yeah?
I get that. But what the fuck's it doing here?
What's your passive perception?
17.
You see at the very top of the little hole in the ceiling, you see a mage looking down upon you and just observing.
A mage?
A mage.
She's gonna stare up at them and go, we're kind of having a private ordeal here.
He yells down, "One of you came into my sanctum. Who is it?"
Well, it wasn't me. I just got here. And she's like waving the dagger around that's got Weimar's blood on.
Weimar is too almost dead to respond.
And Thorin, what do you say?
Why is the mage kind of hot, though?
God damn it!
God,
You motherfucker! No!
you're just horny.
He looks like he has
Good
complete
lord.
discontent for me, and that's hot.
God!
I don't understand you.
I don't... Men of the earth, hear me now. Just, if you want to get the girl, just be a mage. And threaten to kill her.
Yeah.
All women want to do it nowadays is behold your orb.
So,
We're all, we
Thorin,
all just want to fucking die, okay?
what do you say in this very moment, as you are the one that penetrated the inner sanctum?
Please don't say it like that. Please never say it like that.
Inner sanctum.
Make a
that's
deception check, Thorin. His eyes immediately lock on you as he floats down and says, "Me and my brother stay in that sanctum. He tried to reach lichdom like the fool he is, and look at him now. Completely and irreparably damaged. Nothing can revert this horrible curse. As he takes a deep breath, he points his staff at you and says, "Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you."
I could give you some reasons to kill them.
Oh. Although I do not wish to listen to you just yet. I wish to listen to this one.
Okay.
He is going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level.
Oh.
So it starts off with 3, and every other level it's 1 more, so that'd be like 8.
Yeah.
And it instantly hits. So that's 11d4 plus 11. 26. He got a... Holy shit! Look how many 1s there are! God damn!
One.
That's 9 1s! You watch as he pulls out his staff, and you watch as 11 black skulls fly out and pummel Thorin. Afterwards, he turns to you, Keone, and says, "And what do you say?"
First of all, I'll hold back the tone. Don't appreciate it. Second of all, if anyone has a right to kill these idiots, it's me.
Well, can you do it somewhere else?
No, I'm trying to get to the Mycen Kingdom, but they thought it'd be a clever idea to prevent me from going there.
The Mycen Kingdom? Really? The place of mushrooms and refugees now?
I have to meet someone there if you must know.
Well, how about this? I'll leave you on your way if you hear me out on a suggestion. How about that?
I will merely hear you out on a suggestion.
Make a wisdom saving throw as he casts suggestion on you.
Motherfucker!
I mean, that's what he said.
It is what he said, and I fucking hate that that's what he said. Why did I not fucking see that coming? I keep fucking doing that. I'm gonna kill myself one day. 10.
He says 2 simple words. He says, "If you have a way to heal my brother, do so right now."
That's more than 2 simple words.
Or 2 simple sentences. Sorry.
I was about to fucking say.
Yeah. And you walk over to the bone claw and use your golden heel. And you watch as it screams and shatters. Its body reforming, regrowing, shrinking. The giant claws revert back to normal fingers. The removed pieces of flesh and skin regrow. Its entire body comes back together, and you see in the tatters of its red robes a man who looks almost exactly like the mage who stands before you. As the mage starts bawling his eyes out and holds him.
Oh, grow up.
You watch as they both stay there for just a moment before they both get up and look at you for just a moment as he says, "I didn't know such power existed. Thank you. Although you were I did it through a deception. I owe you my brother's life."
Maybe next time see if the person would do it willingly first.
Very well. Do you wish to know how to get to the Mycen Kingdom?
Debate.
He
You know what? Yes. I don't fully believe they were telling me the right way to go.
He points over to the left where you hear running water. there's a river that leads down to a lake in the middle of their kingdom.
She's gonna take a moment. She is going to take a deep breath. And she is going to stuff a healing potion in Weimar's mouth.
Roll that heal.
I don't know what the...
What are the
roll
numbers on that?
2d4 plus 2. You're right, Inferno Queen. It is a lot of ones. It's a statistical anomaly of ones. This is why we can't have nice things. You heal 8 health. The new, freshly minted scar is now a giant scab on your chest, each in the mockery of the letter. As you wake up, and instead of seeing a bone claw, you see 2 identical mages looking over you, and Keone holding an empty potion bottle.
And a dagger to his throat.
Oh.
That wasn't very funny.
Why did you lie about where the kingdom is?
As it's better if you do it another time.
Why don't
Both for
want
you
me
and
going
everyone
there?
else. We were working with some Fae. They said they
Why?
could help you.
Have you not remembered what's going on with the Fae right now?
I think I've heard too much of what's going on with the Fae.
You were there.
Weren't where?
You were literally at the wedding, my guy.
Oh, I thought you said you weren't there. My bad.
You have no idea how many Fae could be under her thumb, and you make a deal with them about me?
Fortunately
Well-
for him, despite my work being mostly in shadows, I do not recognize her lordship. As you watch, as the same human-like Fae appear out of the shadows, Weimar. Ghost, as you recall his name?
Oh, it seems you're here now.
I'm the only one of them here. The other 2 are at the kingdom. Luckily, I stayed behind as I knew something would go awry, just looking at you.
Who are you?
He does a curtsy as he says, I'm Ghost. Under the employment of... He takes a second and says, someone employed under your uncle.
My uncle?
Yes, he's the master of gems down here.
So I'm supposed to believe that someone working for my family is on my side?
Yes. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat
Didn't
it.
he help your brother? Not your brother. Didn't he help Cardin?
Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
She's gonna glare down at him. You never speak that name to me.
You watch as he simply says, just have a night's rest down here, and tomorrow you can come to the kingdom, okay?
She's gonna throw the dagger at him.
Roll.
What do we even roll?
You roll a thrown melee attack, which takes your strength.
Okay. It's an 8.
You watch as the dagger misses him, hits the wall, and he looks at you for a second and says, I was told that I'm only supposed to use this under the most stressful of circumstances, as he takes out a little ball. Please do not make me use this, ma'am. I'd hate to be on your bad side in the future.
She's gonna rush him.
As you do, he squeezes the ball, and you watch as pink smoke releases from it. Everyone awake, make a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna have to roll.
You know
for
how much I'm gonna scream if I get a nat 20. Damn it.
Damn.
Okay, 13. Not
Like,
that
I
bad.
did better.
Okay, so
That means if Yoli's fine, then I'm also.
Thorin, you roll as well.
What about the mages?
The mages both fail. Weimar and Thorin are the only ones awake as they.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, you watch as they all fall asleep, and you see Ghost look to you, both of you, and say, "Well, you tried, but I did it like this, and she'll wake up, and it should be the morrow."
Okay, but question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was rushing him when I fell asleep, did I just go slamming into him? Unconscious.
He caught your body before it fell onto the ground,
Damn it.
and slowly laid you down onto the ground as he says, "So now."
I'll be
please."
honest, sir.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting her to stab me in my sleep.
Well,
She's been pretty upset, though.
well,
Suppose I just didn't see that one coming.
yeah.
Though, I'll thank you for your help.
You two are coming with me. Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, her mind will lead her to damage you more. Luckily, I have brought 2 ships, so she will just have to ride the current. You will have me as your lucky guide. So come on. As he goes into the left hole.
Very hurt, both physically and not physically, emotionally. Weimar will follow behind him.
And Thorin as well. As you each get on the boat and you sail down the underwater river. I will not describe what happens next, as Keone, you wake up. You don't know what time it is. You don't know what it is. All you see is 2 mages, some blood on the floor, and a little ball. White
So I just
with
had a
pink in the
really
middle.
good ass fucking nap.
Mm-hmm.
I had the best fucking nap where you've got like those indents on your cheek. She's gonna sit up very confused.
Yep. As you do, you see a hooded figure in the left hole. It's not the ghost character you once saw, nor is it Weimar or Thorin. You don't see underneath the hood, as you feel like it's beckoning you.
She's gonna start to follow it and leave the mages to do whatever they're doing.
They're asleep.
Oh, I thought you said they were awake. Okay.
Now, as you follow him to a little boat where he gets on it and takes a little oar and waits for you to get on it before he unties.
Do I still have my dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was just checking. She's gonna keep the dagger in her hand, but she's gonna sit in the boat.
Mm-hmm. As you do, you notice underneath the robe, you see a little tail swishing and swaying as he unties it, and you see as he sits down and reveals himself to be Carden.
She looks like she's about to use the dagger.
You watch as he puts up his hands and says, "Please, I know you've been through a lot, but I couldn't get to you until you were in range. I wish I could have gotten to you sooner, though."
I hate what she's about to do, but she's gonna launch at him with the dagger.
Roll.
Seven.
As you launch at him, his hands wrap around your wrists, and you are inches away from his face as he stares at you and says, I don't hate you, you know. And I hope
What?
you... Yeah, he says, I don't hate you, you know. I wish I could have been there for you. You being trapped as a prisoner lingered on my mind all too often.
She's still kind of fighting his arms, trying to hold the dagger against his throat.
You watch as he holds your arm and twists it back. And you watch as the dagger falls. And as he says, please, just calm down for a moment.
She's still gonna be fighting. Like, she's still trying to pull her arms free and everything.
He takes a very deep breath as he lets go of your wrists and wraps his arms around you. As he says, I'm so sorry.
Say that entire sentence again?
He wraps his arms around you, and you feel the warmth of his breath on your neck as he says, I'm sorry, and holds you in close.
Oh, her arms like trapped.
No.
She... She's very tense.
As your body is still tense, you watch as his hands stay very still as he says, every moment you were away, I couldn't help but worry. You've been getting into too much trouble of late. Not entirely the fault of my own. But I know that you watch as he takes a second and then simply says, I know that no matter what happens, you will endure. That is what your most admirable trait is. You can truly show that no matter who or what challenges you, you will come to the task and you will come out of it victorious, one way or another. And his grip slowly softens, but stays in the same position.
She's gonna stare up at him and her eyes have gone kind of wide.
So, as you do, he looks briefly down at your hands. Are you wearing the ring?
Yep.
As he sees that, you watch as he puts both hands onto the hand wearing the ring. As he says, you know, I'm not the best at choosing the time for that. But I hope today I can make it up. As you see now, the soft darkness of the tunnel has a glow at the very end. Pink, blue, red, all glowing. As the brightness blinds you, you see a whole lake filled with frost lilies. Many of the refugees dancing and singing. The Mycen people throwing festivities as you see a wedding has been prepared. I told you ours will be much better than the ones we were at. How does Keone react? As
She looks insanely stunned. And she looks back at Cotton and then down at the hem of a ring.
will you be?
They need to. But. They need. But. They need to die. Nothing is right when they're alive.
You watch as his hand slowly rests upon your cheek as he says, "They don't matter. The only people that matter right now is you and me." As he plants a soft kiss upon your lips.
Excuse me a moment while the book nerd in me just screams.
Is this the entire reason you read that novel?
Well, my girlfriend recommended it to me first, and then she did. And so I kind of had two people telling me to read it. It's pretty good, actually, the whole series.
Oh, this music almost feels like something's about to go wrong. That's probably just my assumption.
I'm breathing again.
How does Keone react?
For a moment, she tenses up, and her hand seems to reach for the dagger, like she's about to stab it into his back. And after a moment, her hand shakes and it drops into the water. And she wraps her arms around behind his neck. And it starts to feel like she's melting. And tears start to flow down from her eyes.
As they do so, you are suddenly flooded with many feelings. You suddenly hear every single person in the crowd cheering, jeering, dancing, playing. You hear kids of all races, including the Mycenes, look over, and you hear everything. You hear the water rushing. But the loudest thing you can hear right now is the beating of your own heart once again. As Cardin brings you in closer, his body next to yours, and you just feel warmth.
She just starts to break down crying in his arms.
As you do, you hear another voice. A similar voice. Your uncle. As you hear, "Well, ain't this just a beautiful one?" As you look up, eyes still dreary, and you see your uncle along with Cardin's family. You see Baelkin, Dane, his father,
Oh, my murderous instinct just went up.
as they each sit. Many of them just simply watching with what you assume to be happiness, glee, joy, either real or fake. They show it on their face, and all the mortals around believe it. As you watch as he holds your hand, the frozen ring, wet with melted water, as he clasps it and holds it tight, as he whispers to you, "Are you ready?"
She looks up at him like she's about to break down crying again. I just wish he was here.
As you say that, you feel you feel as though a familiar but calming chill in the air as you look towards this little island in the middle of the lake. It looks beautifully green with all the little mushrooms with moss growing atop, except for one side, which seems to have frost on it. As you see a man staring into the crowd, looking and slowly breathing. And his frozen visage turns to you with a soft smile.
And she breaks down crying again.
As you
A
do,
lot of crying, okay? There's a lot.
Well-
She's getting this, like, you know when you go to therapy for the first time after years of abuse? And it's like someone actually fucking listens to you start crying the whole session?
I do not
I don't know
understand
what
that.
that's like.
Anyway,
Imagine not having trauma.
yes. Smash cut to yesterday.
What?
Yes. Thorin and Weimar. Do you know what you see? A ghost leading you down this lake. Everyone's still setting up for the festivities of the wedding. You see Roach and you see Bomb. At the end of the lake, where there you see many little boats. As he caps it off, Ghost turns to you and explains, Carden is our master. He has a way of melting your friend's frozen heart. We don't know
Oh, really?
we don't know if it'll work. All we know is there's a chance.
So what is it? Some sort of magic ritual?
A wedding.
Oh,
If
actually, I suppose that makes sense.
if the warmth
Did you
of
just say ritual?
you watch
Some
as
magic ritual, yes.
if the warmth of love cannot melt her, then it is our job to shoot down both Carden and Keone.
What? Are you sure about that? That sounds pretty bad.
That's so sweet and adorable. Oh my god, I'm fucking lonely.
Carden's wishes is that if he cannot reach to the girl he once had, then he will go down and he will die, remembering the girl who once was, rather than the being she forced to become, to endure. And so,
Are you sure about this?
I don't want to be loved that much.
What?
he
What?
will.
What the fuck?
He
You can make fun of me gushing only one. Everyone who's ever read Cruel Prince is gushing.
Nah, sorry. I don't simp like this.
Well, guess what? I'm the DM, and I'm using all of my power to not gush. As you see a robed figure loom over as he says, I'm completely sure of my judgment. I have invited my parents, my brothers, and the Frost Prince himself I've told them my plan and they have approved. Their only wish was there to see whether I live or die, as they would let the waters below be our burial.
So, your own family plans on killing you if you fail.
No,
Doesn't that sound a bit too morbid?
your job is to kill me.
What? I. Uh, I. No.
You will
What?
take position with Bomb, Roach, and Ghost. Once the time comes, you will all launch fire. Bomb has explosives that will hopefully knock us out, and you each will pelt our bodies. And if it works, we all live. But if
I'm
it doesn't,
sorry. I don't
die.
think I can do that.
He points to
Despite
your chest.
everything.
It's not a you. If you have to do it, you're not killing Keone. You are killing the girl that she was forced to be. Hold on, I need to change this music. There we go.
I'm fucking crying right now. It's so fucking romantic. You have no fucking idea.
Please. Let us make a deal.
What would Keone herself think of this?
I'll let you ask her afterwards. But for now, please, if you do this, I'll be in your debt. You'll have an archfey in your debt.
It's not that I need any favors. It's just
I trust you to do this. You've been with Keone for how long?
ever since they went to the astral plane.
And you should know her weaknesses and her strengths. You should be able to give her a quick and peaceful death if need be. Now I must take my leave, for I am preparing for when all goes right. You're the only plan for if anything goes wrong. And you watch as he takes his leave. As Roach, Bomb, and Ghost have a expression of duty, but you can tell that they do not wish to do this themselves. As they look at you and say, "Over the caverns, we will take position there. Are you coming?"
Let us hope it does not come to that.
We'll be staying there tonight. Come on. As you each walk through the Mycen kingdom, you see giant buildings of mushrooms, living mushrooms, not hollowed out, but they seem to have grown hollow instead. Every building, every thing is a living, breathing citizen. Even the giant castle, you can watch it as it slowly breathes and releases spores. You see more humanoid-like mushrooms walk around with the refugees who are helping up with the festivities as they've been healed and fed by these mushroom people. You see the dead have been buried, and you already see little mushrooms sprout, and some of them take their first steps. As in the Mycen kingdom, life and death are both needed in the cycle of the kingdom. You each take your position overhead, and giant decorative bushes that normally don't survive down here, but were planted and survive under the artificial lights of the nearby mushrooms.
CIA plants.
And you each take a long rest. Smash cut to the next day. You see that Kion's ring and seemingly body has melted. Bomb, Roach, and Ghost feel relieved as they get up and take a deep breath. They look to you and say,
Good that we didn't have to go through with it.
"We are all grateful for that," Ghost says with a deep, deep breath. Roach and Bomb look like they were staring down death itself as they were sweating bullets, but now they look calm and relieved. As Bomb speaks up and says, "Let us go enjoy the festivities. We need to calm down. You two can
This was a good plan.
You two can go to the ferries, the ferry docks. There, hopefully. No. You watch as Roach immediately disagrees and says, "Just enjoy the wedding and the festivities, and afterwards you will have a chance to speak with her." He turns to look, and you see that she is still on there, being held by Cardin, as Roach says, "Let her have the time to enjoy her day before you snap her back to reality. And get healed up, okay?"
I think I will take some time off. Thank you.
Thorin, Weimar. This is going to be like a carnival setting, but if you want to, let Keon switch it off for a bit and just continue on with the wedding, if you just want to do that, you may.
Oh, we can swap out for now.
Keone.
You okay with that, Thorn?
I'm still crying, okay? That's so fucking romantic. I want to heal you, and if I can't heal you, I want to end your torture and still remember you so we die together. That's so fucking romantic.
I'm starting to think I just don't get romance anymore.
You see?
Oh my god, this is so fucking sweet.
The funny thing is, I never told Safrina. Fuck, I got the name wrong.
You want to know what makes it romantic, right? You want to know where the romance comes in at? He could have literally gone, if we can't heal her, we'll just kill her so we can remember who she is.
Yeah, I get
No,
that.
he wanted to die with her. He didn't
Yeah, I
want
know.
to be without her. I'm gonna read the entire Cruel Prince series tonight. I fucking know it.
Tell me how you think of it.
I already read the books.
I know, but with
This will be like my fourth reread.
but with these sessions in mind.
Oh god, I'll fucking cry.
Now, are you ready, or do you still need a moment?
I mean, she definitely needs a fucking moment. She looks like she's been through hell and back. She looks like a maniac, and she's crying her eyes out in Carden's arms right now. She needs a fucking minute.
Maniac on the floor.
Like, you know what she looks like. You've seen enough pictures. She looks fucking crazy right now. She hasn't been taking care of herself.
Do you draw? Because I can't tell which one of
she
those you
does
may
draw.
have made yourself.
She does draw,
None
but she
of
has
the
a
ones
style.
that I've shown you have been things that I've drawn.
You're gonna have to
Right.
draw this scene, right?
I'm going to ask Scout too,
Yay.
because I can't draw.
You can draw well.
Doesn't
I can
Scout
color
also
in
draw a lot
well,
of
but I can't
NSFW?
draw.
Oh, that's alright.
Anyway, yeah, she needs a minute. She's currently crying in his arms on the boat, like she hasn't moved from
I
that.
think-
It's like her legs have gone completely limp and won't work for her.
Actually, I have an idea. This is where we're gonna take a small break for everyone who needs to.
You bitch.
You said You said, let us take a break.
I thought you meant they'd roleplay that, not a literal break.
Well, okay then.
Well, what if someone needs to pee? Have you ever considered that?
Go pee.
Yeah, go pee.
Oh,
I
I
went to go
already
pee
am.
while you guys were roleplaying.
Currently pee.
Oh,
Okay.
as you watch,
That's a joke. You could tell that was a joke. Shut up.
you know what? I think.
We can't with you.
You know
Shut
what?
up. Shut up.
That's it. I'm going to continue this session.
Okay.
You watch as Carden, as gently and softly as he can. You watch as he puts his arm underneath your knees and picks you up.
So fucking cute!
And you watch as he hops off and slowly glides, and you see there are 2 empty chairs. One seems to be of a sleeker design, very beautiful and elegant in nature, and the other one seems to be made of completely of ice and frost. Carden looks to you and says, I would ask if my queen would like to sit on her throne, but I feel like she'd like to stay with me instead.
Can you just call her my queen?
Mm-hmm. And you watch as he sits down while still holding Keone to her chest. As you watch as his father, gets up and makes an announcement. Mortals of the realm, you are privy to something you will never see again in your lives. The marriage between Archfey, the connection between 2 ruling houses, who, together, will wage war against the Queen of Shadows. May victory prevail where justice demands. And he lifts up his fist, and you watch as every single other person, from Fae to mortal, lifts up their fist, and you hear a giant mess of victorious and demanding screeches as you hear one word get yelled, or rather screamed by these mortals. May the god of frost prevail. Repeated in repetition over and over and over.
I'm sorry, as opposed to being repeated in unrepetition.
It could work. No rhythm makes it all the more interesting. But anyways, you'll feel Carden slowly holds you closer as he says, I promise I'll protect you this time.
I almost fell on my fucking chair.
As you feel
So fucking sweet.
As you feel a cold hand touch your shoulder, as you see your father look down upon you, and he simply says, if you can do this, I hope for one day, so can I.
started to break down crying too. She doesn't know who to fucking hug.
As you watch as his cold visage lean over and hug both you and his new son-in-law.
Ah! I'm gonna cry. It's so fucking cute. Oh my god. That was so fucking sweet.
Annie?
What the fuck?
Huh.
What the fuck? This is so fucking sweet. Oh, I'm happy I'm not the only one crying. Holy fuck! Yeah.
Are your friends crying in chat?
No, Thor's crying.
Oh, Thorin.
You see, he understands romance.
I've never even heard what a romance is.
I'm trying to keep it together.
Oh my god, this is so fucking sweet. Oh my god. She's crying. She's trying to get stuff out through her tears. Like, she's trying to explain to them everything and trying to apologize for everything she did while she couldn't feel anything.
As your mumbled words tumble out, you watch as he just cups your hand, his hand onto your cheek, and says, "No words, just let it all out."
Oh my god! I got sold as a slave.
Oh God.
She's fucking bawling. Like, she's letting everything out. She is letting out about... Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think what she does know in character. Okay. Okay. She's letting out about the Raven Queen's mirror making her more insane. She's letting out about the murder attempt. She's letting out about the slavery. She's letting out about fucking everything that she can.
As you do, you notice your father making a list. As the Frost Prince looks down and says, "All in due time. Just for now." You watch as you feel as his cold hand runs through your hair as he says, "This day is all about you." Carden, I'll leave the rest to you. As you watch as he walks on the ice and walks in through the cave you guys sailed out of.
Can she have gotten him one last hug and told her dad she loves him?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
As you're standing on the cold ice, he plants a soft kiss on your forehead as he says, I'm proud of you more than you can ever know." And as you watch his footfalls create more ice, you watch as he takes out his sword and walks into the depths.
Someone's gonna fucking die and I'm okay with that. Oh my god,
Do we need a Keone crying counter now?
No.
Fuck. I'm allowed to cry again.
That's all right.
Oh, hey, someone's joined in.
Hey, Biddy.
Oh,
Hello.
oh my god.
Welcome to the D&D session. You're in for a ride.
Oh man, can't wait.
Just mute for a second because we haven't made your character yet. And we'll do so when I finish this session. Thank you.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just fucking. You just hit me with the daddy issues! You hit me with every issue I got in the fucking book! But in the good way! You're an asshole! It was so fucking cute!
Wait, isn't this the opposite?
It's like the opposite of dad doesn't love you. It's dad loves you, and it's horrible. I'm gonna have a breakdown.
You watch as
Look at me, Ormo. If you had daddy issues, you'd be crying too. It's so fucking cute.
You watch as Cardin walks across the frozen lake, and as he grabs your hand, you feel something. As you look upon it, you see a ring made purely of ice.
Oh my fucking heart.
As he leads you back, as he says, I have planned most of this day, but I'll leave the next bit for you. What do you most miss to do? Maybe we can dance?
Ah! She looks extremely excited by that, and then she kind of gets a glance of how she looks in like her reflection in the mirror, not in the mirror, in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And she stops and stares at it like she's staring at a completely different person.
You feel at ease, finally, as not only you see your reflection, but you see Cardin's soft smile staring at your eyes in the water.
Oh, fuck, that's cute. That's so cute. She just she lets out a broken laugh and goes, I look crazy right now.
Aren't we all? But you have endured. You made it this far, enduring every single thing. And I am so glad that I was the one that you fell in love with.
I'm trying not to scream because I don't want to hurt people's interests right now, but that was so fucking adorable. What the fuck? What the fuck?
And as he says that, he grabs your other hand and starts to do a small dance with you. Hold on, I need to choose the right music to play.
Oh my
As
god.
you hear...
You can pick whatever music you can. I know what music I'm playing that I can't play on stream because of
Copyright.
copyright, yeah. But context, it's Kingdom Dance from fucking Tangled.
Ah, good choice. As
I have good
can't
taste.
remember that one.
You know the scene where they just get into the kingdom?
Maybe.
And she's like dancing around. I'll send you it later.
So, as you both dance, Kiyomi, you are flooded with memories of when you first met Cardin.
Oh no!
Would you like to describe them?
Which one?
Let's say the masquerade.
Oh god, you're gonna make me fucking cry.
I've already done it how many times?
Oh, shut up. So she gets memories of her birthday. She was completely just not interested the whole time as people would introduce themselves to her and her father until Cardin in a mask walks up and offers a dance. She accepted it without really caring who was offering her dance. But as he held her close and began to talk to her, she realized who it was. And she thought back on over the past few months how they had exchanged letters and gifts in secret. And for the first time, she got to enjoy being out and spending time with a person. Sorry, I'm fucking crying. I have Kingdom Dance on in the background, too.
As you dance, you notice that the others dance too. Mortals, Fae, all dance except for Cardin's family, who simply watch in amusement as the mortals try to keep rhythm.
Oh, that's so fucking cute. I can't fucking. I mean, I want to kill half of Cardin's family out of character, but it's still so fucking cute.
As you continue to dance, you notice that you're no longer dancing on the land, but still on the water as your very footfalls make beautiful ice platforms that look like beautiful snowflakes. As you just simply dance, and you see there's a beautiful pattern upon the lake waters as they shimmer and glow.
Oh my god.
As the dance continues, he starts going a bit faster than originally expected. Make a performance check.
Oh my god. Is Cardin helping me?
You know what? Yes, let's say he is.
Okay. 25.
You manage to quickly change the pace and keep up with him. As you do, your body falls in before your head realizes what it's doing. As he dips you, your hair touching the lake, as he gives you a kiss.
I'm so fucking cute.
And as he lifts you up, you hear applause as almost every other person in this place claps for you. And you now notice between the floods of people, there's a little division that leads to the only building not built out of mushroom. A building made purely of ice.
Oh my fucking god, you.
A building that reminds you of your home.
I'm trying not to cry.
As you see, the only different part of it is that it is completely and utterly decorated with beautiful lilies, which cover almost every inch of the walls, of the gardens. And you see now many mortals, men, women, children, are holding these bouquets as they dance, sing, and exchange them to those who they care about.
Oh, that's so fucking cute. What the fuck?
He looks to you and says, "Would you like to walk in? Explore our new home?"
She nods for a second and then she whispers into his ear, "Can I get changed in there?" Like, I'm just picturing that she's having the time of her life, but she looks like a homicidal maniac.
If that isn't the best description. He
Look like that.
he looks at you and simply says, "As long as I'm nearby." And you
That
watch
was
it.
fucking smooth.
He slowly leads you along as you both walk towards this beautiful, glimmering castle. As it's made of ice and frost, all the colors, the blues, the pinks, the reds, all glimmer and reflect off it, reflect and refract, creating this beautiful aurora borealis. And as you finally enter, you see many beautiful statues. All these statues look like only two people, you and Cardin. All of which are in a different position of a dance.
That's so fucking cute. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute.
Let me lead you to our room. As he leads you up the stairs and leads you back into your old room. Same place. And it seems to be all of your old possessions as well. As you and Cardin are in there, Thorin and Weimar, as you're enjoying the festivities, having fun and dancing around, you see two little pixies approach.
Hello there?
We bring invitations. You are
Oh,
going.
really?
You're going to be seated in the castle courtyard. The wedding's gonna start soon. The bride and groom are getting changed at this very moment.
Well, let's go, Thorn. Just glad everything's worked out.
As you both go, you see flocks of people. They're just a flood of them. As hundreds, thousands, maybe more, are now being seated in this giant, beautiful garden. Everything shimmer and glows with beauty. As you sit on the left side on two reserved seats, as many Fey folk sit in, some of which you recognize from the wedding, all of which you do recognize are solely from the Fey Wilds themselves. As everyone is seated, and you see Keone's uncle, the only one of her family members that is here, gets up and says a simple speech. My niece has shown herself to be a truly inspiring Fae. She has shown every one of us the endurance, the courage, and the strength the frost provides. As I once thought rock, my own element, would shine past whatever I could see, she was the first and the last that would prove me wrong. Once they appear, we will witness Keone and Cardin go through the rite of marriage, become one in soul and in heart. And each and every one of us will remember this historic moment as now we will see the first truly happy marriage the Fae has ever produced. Thorin.
I love it when there's a happy ever after, eh, Thorin?
I'm not crying, you're crying.
You up? So, County, You finally wash off all the little stains upon your cheek that Carden left. As you finally get dressed, as Carden does as well, he says, I think he finished his little speech.
You already know I have an image of what she looks like.
Mm-hmm. I'd like for you to post it. Nice. As he looks upon you in the mirror, he says, I think I liked it when all the little marks were upon your face.
There's plenty of time for that.
Yes.
It's forever for that.
Well, I can't wait for forever to start. Now let's go. It's our wedding, after all. As he holds open the door.
I'll see you at the end of the aisle.
You watch as he opens the door and holds it open for you. As you see, covered in a bit of blood,
Consenting.
the Prince of Frost. As he looks upon you and says, come.
I'm gonna fucking cry. Where's the blood from?
You see it's distinctly that of a werefolk. Although you do not sense the beholder's blood. Strangely enough.
You know, I'm not gonna ask questions. That knows best.
That poor maid.
You,
I did nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
as he holds out his hand and waits.
I mean, she's gonna run up and she's gonna hug him first.
As you hug him, he moves to his side so you don't get any blood on your dress. As he says, "Careful, we wouldn't want to ruin the happiest day, would we?"
She's just happy crying.
As she does so,
My cinnamon roll is back.
the door.
Sorry, I'm loving this.
The door closes as he begins to walk with you. As he says, "I was gonna kill him. I killed every single one of his customers during that godforsaken auction. But when I finally got to him, he gave me something." As he holds out a little book.
What's that?
It details ever since you've left me. Everything that you've been through, everything that you've done, and something you've came across. Him. As I said, I want to be like you. So, I'll leave that matter to you. Deal with it however you see fit, and let me know what you have done.
I don't know what to do, but I think you should hear him out. I don't think you were told the truth.
As he looks down at you, you see a soft, bitter rage slowly subside as he says, "As long as you're there to hear him out with me, I need
You
someone
will be.
to control." You watch as his grip tightens on your hand as he says, "You didn't get the chance to walk me down the aisle as you were cursed to that role. but I'll be able to walk you down. Come on. Let's not leave him waiting.
She smiles at him and she goes, I promise I'll make them fix what they did to me, and I will look like your daughter again.
As you say that, you watch as regret shanks him as he says.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to do that.
As he looks down at you and says, You were always my daughter. Nothing will ever change that. As he puts his forehead onto yours and opens the door.
I'm just gonna call my therapist a second.
As he leads you down the aisle, you notice Cardin isn't there yet. But there is someone else there.
Don't you dare fuck this wedding. Don't you dare hit me with trauma right now.
You see your Nana as
Aww.
the priest. As
Banana.
the Frost Prince leads you to your position, and you watch as Cardin, led by Belkin, walk down the aisle.
She's trying not to cry because she's so prettied up, but it's so fucking hot.
As you finally see him walk right beside of you and Belkin stands, you hear her clear her throat.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared you're about to hit me with something like someone attack. I'm scared you're about to hit me with a red wedding scenario.
No, you think I'm that cruel?
Yes, without a doubt.
Hold on. She says, do you, Cardin, the prince, son, and guardian, take Keone as your bride now
What?
and forever?
Oh, no. Sorry, hold on.
You!
Wait. Did I misword it? Did I misword it?
Say it again very slowly.
Okay. Do you, Cardin, son and guardian of the Fae, take Keone as your bride now and forever? Did I say anything wrong?
I think we all heard the sun and freaked out.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have made me actually fly to America to come hit you.
Mm-hmm. So.
Like, when the incestual fuck.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Sorry.
Holy shit. We good.
But you also hear. But then, no. You hear. Now do you, Keone, daughter of Frost and protectorate of the Frozen Isle, take Cardin to be yours now and forever?
I take my Cardin forever.
Then you may kiss the bride. And you watch as Cardin gives you a deep, wonderful kiss as the cheers and laughter is drowned out by just that moment.
I'm crying.
As he finishes, he says, I told you I'd make mine, or rather ours, a better wedding.
I've never failed on a promise before.
And I don't plan to.
She's just smiling up at him. She's really fucking happy.
As you are overcome with laughter, your nan goes over to you and says, I hope you have fun throwing the bouquet. As now, many of the people begin to get up as the festivities are about to begin. But you and him are still there, still holding each other. And as it happens, I think they're gonna get impatient if we wait too long. Though I think most of them are gorging themselves on food, the best that one can get.
Let's hope not too many humans drink the Fey wine.
Don't worry, I've made it a rule. Every single one of them had to promise that no death would happen this day.
I almost broke that promise. I'm glad you woke me from that slumber.
You watch as he just slowly caresses your cheek with the back of his hand and he says, fortunately for both of us, we're here. Now and forever.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
As you watch as he leads you, and you see that there are many Fae talking. You see your uncle is drinking and having fun. You see, for once, your father is talking to Cardin's family, and he has a smile. Crooked as hell, but this is one of the few times you've seen him smile. As you watch as a little girl holding a lot of frost petals comes up to you. She can't be any older than 9, you think. As she comes up and hands you a bouquet.
It's not like a little girl that looks like she's made of frosted shadow, right?
Nope, it's just a little girl.
Then I'll happily take it and I won't boo the kid in the face.
You take the bouquet, and with a smile, you start to hear many Fae women crowd right behind you, as you hear a little bit of shoving, as they all prepare for your throw. Would you like to roll for that?
Absolutely. What do I fucking roll?
Let's make it a thrown melee attack. So your strength.
Okay. My strength sucks.
I know.
But here we go. 13. Oh, that's not a lucky number.
It's an unlucky number, in fact.
I don't care.
I
don't care.
As grabbing it before it lands on the ground, you see your Nana holding it up with a wide smile.
Go, Nana.
Girl boss.
This is causing so many trauma responses for me. God damn it, I'm loving it and I'm hating it and I want to... You know?
You watch as Cardin just holds you close and says, whatever you want to do tonight, I just want to spend it with you. Thorin and Weimar, you have a chance now to meet with Keone.
Well, it's nice when everything goes according to plan.
I'm not crying, I'm crying.
Yep, and do y'all understand why I needed a lot of players for this session?
So you're doing better now, Keone.
You hear this voice from behind as you see him there. His shirt still ripped and torn, but he seems better now at the very least.
She covers her mouth in shock, and for a moment, she wants to ask who did that to him, and then she realizes it was her. I'm so sorry.
I'm just glad you didn't do anything permanent when you had the chance. Eventually, they say this will heal over.
I'm so sorry for everything.
Now's not the time for the apologies. Right now, you should just enjoy your wedding.
Thank you.
You got anything you want to say, Thor?
I think Thorin's still crying too.
He is.
He is still crying.
You know what? That's what's happened. You watch it. You see. You just watch as Thorin is just bawling his eyes out as
Fastest thing alive.
As he is just trying to take everything in.
That's so fucking cute.
Carden stays his hand on the middle of your back and says, "You have had it a rough for too long. Maybe some more dancing is in order."
She'll nod and she'll let him lead her away to the dance floor.
As you watch as Carden and Keone get led away, you two watch two beautiful fae folk come up to you, both of which look beautiful in their own almost magical ways, as each one of them offers a hand for a dance. You each accept.
I don't know how to dance.
It's just a feeling, darling. Look at everyone. Dancing. Some have no rhythm, some try to, others pretend, and others forget. Please, just
All right
enjoy
then.
yourself.
For the sake of merriment.
And Thorn, you do too? Or do you need a second as the tears flow?
Just imagine he's slow dancing while bawling his eyes out.
If so, I need everyone
That'd be
who's
very
dancing
funny.
to roll a performance check.
Are our partners helping all of us?
So you have advantage.
Ooh.
15. You are still a little shaken up after seeing Weimar and Thorin, but you still managed to keep up the rhythm with Carden and still managed to dance a beautiful dance with him. One, almost the exact replica of the first day you've met.
Oh no! Oh.
Weimar, on the other hand, simply, he is out of rhythm, but he is having fun. As the Fae folk is having fun with him. Not charming him, not putting him under any deals, just two beings enjoying the moment, enjoying the day.
Can I just add that I changed from Kingdom Dance? I have Once Upon a December playing in the background now. I'm fucking crying.
And as you each continue, you barely notice the hours go by. As it feels so wonderful, just being able to be here being able to just feel everything. And as you do, you take a deep breath, and you see that it has started to turn to night, or rather, as people feel as night. But the hundreds of people now just tiring out, as some have already made the trek home, others are drunk upon the floor, including your uncle, while others, like Carden and your father, are starting to ready for the night, ready to stay in the castle in the guest rooms. You watch as your father walks up softly and silently as he says, I hope your day was as beautiful as it deserved to be.
It's better than imagine.
You can thank Carden for that. I will retire to my room. Tomorrow, we shall deal with the situation.
There is one thing to tell.
You watch as he leans in close to hear better.
That is not yours.
Can you say that again? You cut out for a second.
That be is not yours.
He just simply takes a deep breath and says, I know. And slowly walks. And you hear another, this time louder set of footsteps. Balekin walks over. He looks upon you and Carden and says,
I gotta put the tongue.
he says, I am so happy that I have someone to watch over my darling brother in my stead. As he does a curtsy and says, please make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
You're asking the person that, if anything, he's saving from trouble.
Well, I feel like you know him better than any one of us. And so it's proper to ask you, isn't it?
I suppose.
Have a swell night, my dear. As
And you as well.
he saunters off. And as everyone leaves to turn into the night, you and Carden still dance.
That's so fucking cute.
And as you do, he looks down and says, when you're ready to retire, we can go into our room.
Just a few more dances. I don't want tonight to end yet.
You watch as he holds you close and honors your wish.
Oh!
And you both dance and dance and dance. And that is where we'll end today's session.
It was so goddamn fucking cute.
Thank you everybody who joined this session. This will be uploaded to YouTube so you can rewatch it and have fun. See y'all next time.